Hey guys, this is BishReviews and welcome to my channel. And today, after so long, I'm back with my Disney Classic Storybook reviews. So, before we get on to the review, first I would like to tell you guys that I would be uploading my Tinkerbell books this week and also the coming week. So if you would like to check them, please stay tuned. So yes, one of the books have already been reviewed. It would be the Disney Fairies, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue Classic Storybook. If you have not checked that out, I would be putting the links down below in the description section. So, on today's episode, I will be reviewing the very first Tinkerbell movies storybook. So, it would be the Disney Fairies Tinkerbell Classic Storybook. So, before we get into the books, I would like to say that Tinkerbell movies, like the movie series from Tinkerbell, are one of my favorites. And I'm really glad that I found these books. And it took quite some time for me to fetch these books because these books are really rare. And now I finally have them and I would really love to show them. So yeah, let us begin with this review. So the book is very much lighter green. It's almost like, very lime kind of green. Yellow shading green. I don't know. I really do not know how to denote a color. So yeah. So up there, as we can see, there is the Disney Fairies logo. And in the red ribbon we can see it says Classic Storybook Collection, and down here it again has the Disney Fairies logo and it has Tinkerbell with a sparkling star up there, and we have Tinkerbell who is fixing a pan, and she's in a workroom. So yeah, it's a really nice frame and it has stars and all the stuff in there. So at the back of the book the frame is a bit bigger and the stars are visible more. And on the top we can see it has Disney Fairies logo again, and on the red ribbon, like in the front, it says Classic Storybook Collection. And down here it says take your child on a wondrous journey, and there are other details. And down here we can see the Disney Fairies logo again, and it says Tinkerbell, and we have some of the characters from the movie and some birds. And here's the barcode, and it says printed in China. So at the spine of the book we can see it says Disney Fairies Tinkerbell Classic Storybook Collection. And down there we have Parragon. So yeah, these books are from Parragon. So let us open the book and have a better look on the inside. So on the first page, like every other classic storybook, we have the Disney Classic characters, and it says Disney Classic Storybook Collection this book belongs to. And here we have a very beautiful picture of Queen Clarion and Tinkerbell from their first meet. And up there we can see it says Disney Fairies Tinkerbell, and down here here are all the details of the book. So it says first published by Parragon in 2009, and down here we can see it says Parragon and its headquarters, its branches all over the world. So here begins the story. If you want to read the story, please pause the video. So yeah, this shows how Tinkerbell was born. And the illustrations are really different from the movie animation, but I really do love these illustrations. It reminds me of movie really well. So the sparkling colors, oh my god, it's so good looking. So here's Queen Clarion meeting Tinkerbell for the first time and telling her, holding up her wings so she could fly, and there are the ministers from all the 4 seasons. And I really don't understand that. Why is there no Lord Mallory? Here is the minister of the winner. I don't know. So here's Tinkerbell. I hope I'm not turning the pages too fast. I kind of lose the pace sometime. So yeah. They do not exactly resemble the movie characters. Their facial features and all that. Look at Queen over here. She does not look like the one from the movie, but here the Queen matches the movie character. So they are showing Tinkerbell all the seasons, and Tinkerbell is really surprised and really anxious and curious. And to her surprise, Tinker's Nook is really down in a really, small place, and it was not how she had expected. So this is the first time Tinkerbell meets Fairy Mary. And here's Clunk and Bubble. The Sprintin' Thistles. And there's Cheese. I really, this movie is really interesting because, there is never an enemy in these movies. They are always on an adventure and they have to solve some problem. Here's Vidya, the fast-flying fairy. I mean, by the course of time, I have realized these storybooks have started to have a really long paragraphs in single pages itself. Here's Tinkerbell, who has made a mess. And there are all the other fairies. I love those characters. I mean, each and every characters are unique and really funny and interesting. Here's Fairy Mary, who hears Tinkerbell saying, being a tinker stinks. And she wants to switch talents. And there's Terrence. And here's Fairy Mary scolding our Clank and Bubble because Tinkerbell is missing. And she finally figures out what she's been up to, and she also gets the scolding. So yeah, this book's miss the illustrations where Tinkerbell is learning how to be a water fairy and a light fairy, and this is how her training goes to be an animal fairy. This is so funny. I mean, she tries to, take help from the hawk, who is like their enemy. And here's how all the other fairies help them. I mean, hawks eat fairies, so they have to get rid of. Oh, here's Vidya. Get rid of them. So yeah, she looks really funny. I mean, in the movie, she looks really splashed with all the colors. And sad and frustrated that none of her teachings are going well, she just bursts away. And she finds something on the seashore, and she tries to fix it. And she finally fixed it, and it's a doll from a musical box. And I also would like to mention that these books have started to have, writings on a really dark place as well, which is like really not good because it's really problematic for the eyes. Not everyone can read over there. And here's Vidya, who has a sneaky idea of how to help Tink. And it's funny that she makes her catch the sprinting thistles. I mean, Vidya just wanted to teach Tinkerbell a lesson, but then everything goes wrong, and the sprinting thistles goes to the place where all the fairies were getting ready for the summer. I mean, to bring summer in the mainland for the supplies, gathering their supplies and everything is destroyed. And Tinkerbell is really upset and disappointed, and she bursts away. And here's the emergency meetings of the heads, and they're trying to figure out if the summer would come on time. But then they're disappointed and for realizing that summer would not be coming on time. So here's Tinkerbell, who decides to run away, and here's Terrence, who really opens Tinkerbell's eyes up, telling them that you should really be proud of who you are. And that's when she realizes and tries to fix everything. And she shows a plan, and that's when Vidya gets jealous that the Tinker Fairies are actually coming to be of some help. So she's jealous, and she kind of, screams out and reveals that it was her plan to catch the thistles. So here's Tinkerbell fixing the problems. And all her inventions are working this time. I mean, if you have watched the movie, you would be understanding this illustration so much exactly. I mean, I wouldn't even need to be telling you any stories. So here's the Ever Blossom blooming, and they're ready to bring summer in the mainland. And Tinkerbell really wanted to go to the mainland. That's why she was doing all this stuff, like switching the talents and stuff. So finally she is allowed to go because she had to return the porcelain musical doll that she made. And Queen Clarion also agrees that she can go. And then they are here in the mainland, Tinkerbell, for the first time. And here they thaw all the snow and bring spring in there. Sorry, I said summer in the first, but it's actually spring. And here she is trying to return the musical box, and it belongs to a girl named Wendy. So which surprisingly is one of the main character of Peter Pan. So she's a little girl right now. These movies show a little bit of connection to the Peter Pan as well. In the very first movie they have the Wendy. On the fifth movie they have the crocodile that eats the hook. So yeah, they're returning back after their hard work, and after that Tinkerbell never doubts on her talent, and she is proud to be a Tinker Fairy, and she is working and helping everyone else. And there she says ... and she loved being a tinker. So that ends the story, and we have the classic characters again. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my review and had a blast reading the story, pausing the video. So yeah, please stay tuned because I would be posting more of the Tinkerbell storybooks. And yeah, please do like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram because I would be posting things that I would be posting here on YouTube as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, please hit the comment section below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.